Starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Josh Smith leading things off and takes a strike. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
So now it's Corey Seager. First pitch misses. One down, base is empty. Now a fly ball to right center. Merrill in position. He's there. He's got it. 2 away now.
Batting third.
And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. And probably their most productive player so far this year, Josh Smith.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. You know, that's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on. But it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
Marcus Semien, the next to hit, takes outside. And there's a foul ball. 2 out, space is empty. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So, man aboard, Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Swing and a miss. Semien, the runner at first with 2 gone. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Come
on, Padres.
Cease over to first.
Hey!
Semien back in. Two outs.
2 and 2.
In the dirt, but kept close. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Rangers leave 1. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Petco Park. And on the hill, the lefty, Patrick Corbin.
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Fernando Tatis Jr. leading things off and takes a strike.
With Tatis at the plate, we're looking at a player that is never going to be considered boring. He's an electric player that manages to make plays most players wouldn't consider trying. And he plays the game his own way. It's a big reason why he's considered such a fan favorite.
And out number 1 on the grab. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, this is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Jackson Merrill now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Corbin, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it. This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
Third, the third baseman, Manny.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focus.
Simeon toss to second, and that's 2. We'll move to the second now at Petco Park. No score. Second inning set to go. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter.
Evan Carter.
Cease back to work.
That's a ball.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level playing at night.
Let's go, Dylan.
The 1-0. That one is upstairs.
That's up.
Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
The next offering misses, and it's 3-0. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
So digging in, Wyatt Langford, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. That one misses. That's 5 straight. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
On the ground, could be 2. Feeds to second, out there. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The designated hitter, Jonah Heim.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Jonah Heim. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. Heim measures 6 feet 4 inches. Hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2013. Hit in the air, left field, Sheets. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. Luis Arraez stands in.
The designated hitter, Luis Arraez.
And the first
1-0.
offering is not close. And that drops in for a strike. Fly ball center field. Carter in and to his right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts, singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. He was late there, strike one.
This guy's got
0-1.
such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Bounce to the left side. Zips it to first. Bogaerts retired.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, Gavin Sheets.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat.
Let's go, Gavin.
First pitch
Ball.
doesn't find the zone. No score
One ball,
here in the
no
second.
strikes.
On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Jose Iglesias.
So two down. Jose Iglesias gets a chance to hit now. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Comes up empty.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was
0-2.
ugly.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Up the middle. Seager. And that will end the inning. So one hit is all they get. We head on down to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. Back here in San
Leading off for
Diego,
Texas,
on to the
the
third
first
inning.
baseman,
And here's the
Jake
first baseman, Jake
Berger.
Berger. Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as
0-1.
being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And there's a ball. Not even
2-1.
close there. And it's 2-1. Fouled off. He was late. That one
Ball.
missed.
Count's full.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you
Higashioka.
love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Next up for Texas, Kyle Higashioka. And that one got a
You
piece
hit
of
him.
him.
You got him.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the
third
charity
baseman,
golf
number
tournament
8,
this offseason.
Josh
And now it's the
Smith.
Rangers leadoff hitter, Josh Smith.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Breaking ball through there for a strike.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
2-2.
That one not close. The count now 2-2.
Count is full.
Corey Seager in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Three-two. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
3-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Here comes Corey Seager. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
In the air, left field, down the line. Lunging, but can't make the catch. Run scores easily, and the Rangers strike first. It's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First and second, 1 out. Here is Marcus Semien. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one missing low. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called.
In effect.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. Struck out swinging his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
That's towards center. Merrill squeezes it, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth, a 7th round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. And that's downstairs and outside. Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Yeah, there's the strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's Elias Diaz. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Runner at first with no outs here.
Heck! 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. 0 for 1 as he popped out foul to first. And takes low for ball 1.
1-0.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-1.
And a count 1-2. Cronenworth on second. Diaz on at first with nobody out.
Ball.
I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Tatis waits. Ground ball to first. Could be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jackson Merrill, and he's already singled in this game. Popped up. Seager. And that is the inning. 1 left for San Diego, and it remains 1-0. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Evan Carter.
32, Evan Carter.
Ball 1 there.
Well, these Rangers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Out to short. And that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Not much to this one other than
Now
just a
batting,
willingness to
left
go the
fielder,
other way and put
Wyatt
the ball in play. That's a team at bat
Langford.
right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. He's 0 for 1. Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good
No ball,
fastball.
1 strike.
Next one
That's a ball.
misses. Ball 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
And he hits a ground ball
That's
right
foul.
side, and it goes just foul. At the belt and fires. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Oh, that's a curveball that people
Now
like
back
to
to
describe
the
as a
designated
hammer
hitter,
or
Joe
Uncle Charlie, and you can
Fine.
see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Next, it'll be the Texas DH. Jonah Heim. Fly to left his first time. That's
That's the
inside.
ball.
This is a
1-0.
great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
And that
Good.
clips the inside corner.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
That one a little
Ball,
bit
that's
high.
up.
And a count 2-1. Runner takes off. Up the middle. Bogarts. No chance
After
at the
that.
double play with the runner in motion.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the
Up next
defense
for the
work behind
Rangers,
him with another
the
ground
first
ball.
baseman,
Good
Jake
execution.
And now it's
Berger.
Jake Berger to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. There's a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And a foul ball.
Ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4.
I'll sit him down.
Got him swinging. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1 left for Texas. They lead it 1-0. Ready to go.
Leading
Bottom
up
4.
for the
Stepping in
Padres,
for San
the
Diego,
third baseman,
Manny Machado.
Manny
You know, Boo,
Machado.
Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this
Yeah.
ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
That one ripped right center field. And it one-hops the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
He was all over that one. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. Luis Arias. Check
Yeah.
swing called strike. 0-1. just
Ball.
missed. Up the middle.
Simeon.
Off balance throw in time. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. 0 for 1 so far. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That one down the line,
That's a foul.
and it's just foul. That was close. Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Really nice job of
Now
two-strike
back,
hitting in that
left
at-bat.
fielder,
He got that front foot
Xander.
down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. First offering
ball, no
misses
strikes.
badly for ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
Outside. Ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-0 the count. Here it comes.
Nope. Ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll load the
That's ball 4.
bases.
Take your base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting,
So
the
bases
second baseman,
loaded
Jose.
with 1 away. Now it's the second
Iglesias.
baseman, Jose Iglesias. Golden opportunity right here. First
All right.
pitch swinging.
0-1.
Machado on third. Bogaerts over at second. Sheets over at first with 1 away. Line drive
Foul ball.
down the line, and it's foul.
Inside. Ball.
That's off the
Ball
inside
inside.
corner, and it's 2-2. That one the other way, and it stays fair. 1 runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. They take the lead. It's 2-1. A 2-run double.
No, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. And the first
That
pitch
missed. That's the
misses for
ball.
ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Action in the pen down there. Jack Leiter, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Rocker also getting ready. Two on, 1 out.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the
2-1.
plate. Next offering is fouled back. 1 down. Runners at second and third. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's to third. Smith. To first. That takes care of Cronenworth.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very
Up
difficult
next
to
for
put
the
that ball in the
Padres,
air or get through
the
it. Just
catcher,
bores in on the
Diaz.
hands.
And now it's
Diaz.
Elias Diaz.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball still 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Almost
2
got
and 2.
him.
Full count.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. And they're all loaded up.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the
Now
mound,
batter,
you're ahead in the
right
count
fielder,
0-2,
Fernando.
and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Yeah, don't need much damage here. Just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and they take care of Tatis for the out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
Texas,
And here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka, 34-year-old vet. He joined the team as a free agent. Ball 1,
That's it,
no
ball.
strikes.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The third baseman.
So the
number
Rangers
8,
batting
Josh
order turns over. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. 0 for 2 in this one. That misses, and it's 1-0.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
No,
That one
missed. That's
misses,
the ball.
and the count now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering misses. 3-1 now. And that one sliced foul. That's ball 4. Tried
Take your
another
base.
fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Dylan Cease departs, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Righty
the Padres.
reliever out of the pen, Nick
Number
Pavetta.
27.
And he has some nasty breaking
Nick
stuff.
Nevada.
And here's Corey Seager to hit.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That's in for a strike. There goes the runner. Swinging a foul out of play. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the fifth. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one
1 and
misses. Now 1 and 2. That's ripped into the outfield. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Now it's Marcus Semien, 1 for 2. In there at the knees. Move to first. Smith back on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Next pitch is outside. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Smith off of first with 2 away. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Rangers leave 1. They're down 2-1. Back here at Petco Park, John Shammy with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Jackson Merrill. Corbin back to work. Misses outside. 1-0.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
The throw to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
13, Manny
Here's Machado.
Machado.
Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite. You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
Throws across the diamond.
Only
Half of the 5th inning, moving along.
Luis.
2 quick outs.
Arias.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the DH, Luis Arias. And the slider just misses. Just off the inside edge. A little bit low.
That's down.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And there's the automatic. That's a walk.
That's high. Ball
Went with the
4.
cutter
Take your
again,
base.
but couldn't find his zone.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just
The batter,
mentally
number
prepared,
2.
knowing that if it's not on a
Shortstop,
tee, you're going to
Xander
take that pitch because you
Bogart.
still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Bogart
Oh, yeah.
stands in now and watches strike one. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, the left fielder, Gavin.
Here's the left fielder,
Sheets.
Gavin Sheets. And a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Check swing, called strike.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right
0-2.
now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Tried to
Here we go.
check his swing there, appeal to third, and he won a round. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We're through 5. It's the Padres 2 and the Rangers 1. Back here in San Diego. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Fought off foul. Swings through that. Bullpen action for the Padres.
0-2.
Jason Adam appears to be getting loose. Estrada warming up as well. High fly ball out towards left center. Merrill sizes this one up. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Rangers, the center fielder,
Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. A walk, and he's also singled. Yeah, that's fouled off. That misses.
Ball.
And 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
1-2 is the count.
Hit in the air, left field. Sheets. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Rangers, the left fielder,
Now the
Wyatt
left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Grounds one to short. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Padres 2 and the Rangers 1. Taking over on the mound for the Rangers, Jack Leiter.
Should be a good first matchup
Now
for him
pitching
here.
for
He's been doing a
Texas,
great job against right-handed
number
bats so
35,
far this season. They've had a
Jack
lot of trouble squaring him up.
Leiter.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off
game.
for the
Here's the
Padres,
second baseman,
the second
Jose
baseman,
Iglesias.
Jose Iglesias.
Hit on the ground to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they can't get the out.
The first baseman, number 9, Jake Cronenworth.
Man at first, nobody out. And now the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Grounded to third. Could be two. Fires to second for one. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Now
They
batting,
made that double play look so easy, but
Diaz.
it was far from routine.
Diaz.
That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They lead it 2-1. And we're back.
Leading off
Now
for
it's
Texas,
the DH,
designated hitter,
Jonah Heim.
Jonah Heim.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. And downstairs, Jake Berger in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses.
That's in.
So a
Ball four.
leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer
batter,
at it.
the
Now he
first
has somebody to
baseman,
worry
Jake
about over at first.
Berger.
So up next, Jake Berger.
That's the
Just
ball.
missed. With the tying
1-0.
run on at first, here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, just
Up
a
next for
nice
the
job
Rangers,
coming through
the
in a
catcher,
pretty high leverage spot right there.
Higashioka.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
First and second, no outs. Higashioka getting ready to hit right through there for a strike. This one lifted in the air, left field, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One away.
Up next for the Rangers, the third baseman,
Here
Josh
comes the manager out of the dugout,
Smith.
and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Nick Pivetta out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So
the
the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Yuki
Number one.
Matsui.
Well, he's been hit pretty
Yuki
hard at times this season, as you see with the big
Matsui.
ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Just missed.
Ball.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Three-one.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Corey Seager in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that'll load the bases.
Ball 4, take your base.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Corey Seager to the plate in this high leverage spot. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
The other way, and foul ball. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. The shortstop takes the ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Gets a piece and stays alive. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And that's down and away.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason, and that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Simeon in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
1 ball, no strikes.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Ground ball up the middle. Iglesias. They take the force out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. So a job well done from the Friar bullpen that time. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Padres 2 and the Rangers 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. And that drops in for a strike. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. Hobie Milner getting loose out there. Martin, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back. And that lands inside the party porch for a home run. Bottoms up, and they add to the lead. It's 3-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Jackson Merrill now at the plate. First pitch misses.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that one fouled off.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom of the 7th. That's ripped. Base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. It's against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So a man at first. Runner on the go. Oh, and now a wild pitch. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Next offering upstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Goes down looking. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give him much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Next for the Padres, Luis Arias. Look out!
Check your base.
And it hit him.
Oh, not a whole lot behind that pitch. It's off speed, but it still stings. Getting hit by a fastball is a whole different story.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Threw that fastball
0-2.
right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Outside low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Gavin Sheets, the next to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time. He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
2 outs. And ball 1.
1-1.
Sliced hard but foul. Stays alive. And that's outside. And it remains 2-2. Two on, 2 outs. And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the Padres add to the lead on a solo homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jason Adam.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
In steps
Leading off for
Adolis
Texas, the
Garcia,
right fielder,
also known as
Adolis
Mlb. 0 for 3
Garcia.
in this one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, in this one, the
0-1.
offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Little chopper rolls foul.
Punch him out.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a quick out, number 1.
Oh, that slider down
Now
and away. It's just
the
kind of a
center
slow
fielder,
death. With 2
Evan
strikes, you're looking to protect.
Carter.
And halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Just
that
missed.
missed. That's the ball.
Adam, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
That's a ball. Outside.
Close,
That
but
missed.
called a
That's a ball.
ball. And it's 3-0. And he walked him on
That's ball
4 pitches.
Runner, take your base.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
4 pitches. That's an easy
The batter,
walk, man. He
the
could have
left
walked
fielder,
me right there,
Wyatt
Boog. The last one wasn't even
Langford.
close.
Up next for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to
0-1.
close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Run around the move. Pitch outside. The throw. Tag. And he's out.
Very questionable steal attempt right there. You're down by 2 runs. Tying runs at the plate. Your run is so important. You have to be smarter than that. They can't be playing around in this situation. Trust the guy at the plate with 1 swing to tie it up. That right there could be very costly.
Got him swinging. Rangers go down quickly there, and it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Now pitching for
Back
the Rangers.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
43.
8th, Sean Armstrong.
John
And he's been
Armstrong.
racking up strikeouts at a high rate this
Leading
year.
off for
Typically
the
at least
Padres,
1 an
the
inning,
second
so
baseman,
he'll be tough to get to.
Jose Iglesias.
Iglesias,
Ball out.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. 1 for 3. And that one
Nope.
upstairs, ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Jacob Webb getting ready to go. Rocker getting loose as well. One down, base is empty.
Yeah.
Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Up the middle, a sliding stop. The throw, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for
catcher,
anything.
number
In that spot,
17.
it required going to the
Yes.
ground, getting a little dirty, and making a
Yes.
strong throw for the out. Great play.
Two down, base is empty. Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. There's a strike. Two down, nobody on. Diaz tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing, he held up. Carl Dixon with the call there. And that one is inside. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off
Two
speed
balls,
there.
2 strikes.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Tosses across to first. Padres go down 1-2. Here's the third baseman, Josh Smith. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Merrill hauls it in, and there's one away. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense is in the bottom third of the league in runs scored.
Boog, it becomes extremely frustrating, and then what happens is guys press, especially in run scoring opportunities and situations. And on top of that, I mean, you really make it harder on your pitcher. He feels like he's got to be perfect to go out there and win a ball game, or at least to put the team in a position to win a ball game. So they've got to figure out a way to relax, get those runners across when they have them on, and especially when they're in scoring position.
There's a swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that
No
arm
balls,
action.
2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, the second baseman.
Here is Marcus Semien.
Semien.
Outside.
1-0.
2 outs, base is empty. That one the other way. On to first.
Got him.
And Semien is out. Third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Petco Park. And on the hill, the lefty, Patrick Corbin. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Up the middle, Semien. Over to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, a guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Manny Machado.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Jackson Merrill, batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Good
ball,
late
2 strikes.
sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Outside low. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that
2-2.
skips in the dirt. Hit on the ground to the right side.
Ball.
And it goes just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering
Full count.
misses down and away. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout.
Batting
You
third,
can't be mad at
the
yourself
third
after an
baseman,
at-bat like that
Manny
one. Now Machado up here. There's a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Two outs. And Manny gets a piece. Hard hit left side. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll move to the second now at Petco Park. No score. New inning getting
Leading off for
started.
the
Now at the
Rangers,
plate,
the right
Adolis
fielder,
Garcia.
Adolis Garcia.
Garcia getting to start in right, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Cuba. Cease back to work. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow right field, and there's one down.
Batting fifth, the center fielder.
So digging in, Evan Carter. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. And there's the strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today.
It's
You can
0-1.
hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Second inning here, no score. And that
Ball.
misses. And that
1 ball,
is
1
ball
strike.
1. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Ball.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. One down, base is empty. And that's a little bit
that missed.
high.
That's a ball.
That catches the corner.
Count is full.
Good plate appearance
ball 4.
there.
Take your base.
Able to take the walk. And that's their first base runner of
Batting
the
sixth,
game.
the left fielder, Wyatt.
Next up for Texas,
Langford.
Wyatt Langford. He's one of the faster guys just by
he
pure
beat it,
sprint
he beat it.
speed in the majors.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Swing and a ball popped up. Iglesias And he makes the catch. 2 away.
Batting 7, the designated hitter, Jonah Heim.
And next is the designated hitter, Jonah Heim.
Come on, Dylan.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Cronenworth makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Back here in San Diego, we head to the bottom of the 2nd. Luis Arraez stands in.
Arraez.
And that's
Ball
outside.
outside.
Ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
1 and 2.
And it's 1 and 2. And that's in the
That's a
dirt.
ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Smith. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 5th, the shortstop, Xander
Now here's Xander
Bogaerts.
Bogaerts now. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. Bogaerts,
That's the ball.
who wears that number 2 on his back for
Wow.
his idol, Derek Jeter. Here's Bogaerts driving one in the air, deep left field. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. He's in there.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
One out, runner at second. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. He's been a great free agent sign. That's in there, and that is strike 1. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. And that drops in for a strike.
That's a ball. 1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one hammered center field. That's back there. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Batting 7th, the second baseman, Jose Iglesias.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now, Jose Iglesias. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. swing and a liner foul off to the right.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
That one ripped. And that ends the inning. One hit, one left. We played 2 full. We're tied, 0-0. Top half of the
Leading off
third
for the
inning.
Rangers,
Now here
the
is
first baseman,
Jake
number
Berger.
21, Jake Berger.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come
0-1.
through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
And it's even up.
Ball.
It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And
1 and
the
2,
moment it
count.
becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
The pitch. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Ground ball
That's a
right
foul
side
ball.
and foul ball. Hit hard, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting 9, the catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Kyle Higashioka stepping in for the Rangers.
Let's go, Dylan.
Pitch is in
That's
there.
one.
That's strike 1.
Let's get the easy 2 now. Let's go.
Fouled off left side. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now the third baseman, Josh Smith. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Foul ball there.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Berger, the base runner at first with 1 out.
1 ball, 2
In the
strikes.
dirt. Up the middle. Nice stop. There's one. Back to first, and it's over his head. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, he
Now
hung in
that's
there at
the
second to
shortstop,
get the
Corey
out, but the return
Seager.
throw to first is way offline, and I have to think the runner coming into second had a part in that. You can't assume the double play, but because the batter moves up past first, he does get charged with the throwing error right there.
Here's Corey Seager. Fly to center his first time. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 3rd out.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And
up
now
for the
here
Padres,
is Jake
the first
Cronenworth.
baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
The other way. And lines out to third.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Elias Diaz.
Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. That one's in there, 0-1.
Man, I mean,
0-1.
nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
This one in the air, right field. Garcia makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit
Jr.
here. Grounded out his first time up. And that's outside. Ground ball left side. Slides for the stop. Gathers and throws.
He's out.
In time. Got him. And that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. On to inning number 4. No score. And we're back.
Leading
John
off the
Sciambi with
Texans,
Chris
the second
Singleton,
baseman,
and set to lead
Marcus
off the 4th, Marcus Simeon. Late on that fastball.
Boog, over
Your
80%
ball,
of his
one
first
strike.
pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, he gloves it to his knee, the throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Look at the commitment to make the
Now
play
batting,
down on the
right
ground
fielder,
from the
Adolis
knees. That's not just arm strength, guys.
Garcia.
That's core strength as well. Look at that rocket across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Adolis Garcia will hit next. First pitch
That's the
doesn't
ball.
find the zone.
1-0.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. 4th inning underway, no score.
No, that's in.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Out of here. His 11th of the year, and the Rangers take the lead. It's 1-0.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter. Walked his first time. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And that's
Ball,
outside.
That's outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And, boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
That one misses. Ball 3. Cease. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Wyatt.
One down.
Langford.
So next to hit for Texas, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Ball.
In the dirt.
3-1.
Man at first, one away. And that one popped in the air, left field. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Rangers, the designated hitter, Jonah Heim.
Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. He popped out his first time. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And there's a strike.
2 balls, 1
Carter
strike.
leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Pickoff throw.
No,
Carter dives
he's
back
in
in
there.
safely. And there's a ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. And now it's going to be Jake Berger. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that's in for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they take a 2-run lead.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
First and second, 2 down. Kyle Higashioka stepping in for the Rangers. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that will drop foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Coming home. 1 run across. In there. He's safe. And it's 4-0.
Back-to-back
The
base
third
hits.
baseman,
Nice
number
line
8,
drive to the
John
pull side. Met it out front,
Smith.
but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Dylan Cease won't go any further, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Now on the
Padres.
bump, number 66.
Number
He's been so
66.
good against lefties. Here's the third baseman, Josh Smith. Foul ball. And now it's
Ball.
even up.
1-1.
Fastball for a strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And misses
2-2.
inside. 4 runs already in the frame. Top half of inning number 4. And that one missing
full.
inside, a sharp slider. Corey Seager in the on-deck circle for Texas. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. And midway in the 4th, it's the Rangers 4 and the Padres nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading up for the
ballpark. Now the
Padres,
number 2
the
hitter,
center fielder,
Jackson Merrill.
Merrill.
First pitch, and
ball.
he just misses.
This is a very
1-0.
important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
On the ground, Simeon slings to first, out on a bang-bang play, but he made it
Number
close.
13.
Showed us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand, but what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets, and it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Yeehaw.
Machado batting for the second time,
0-1.
and that's strike 1. That missed by a
1-1.
lot. And the count even 1-1. The Padres down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And Machado able to spoil that pitch. And that one hammered. That's back. And it hits the fence. Around first and hustling for second, and he's in with a stand-up double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Luis Arias. And that one is in for a strike.
0-1.
Machado, the runner at second with one away. That misses.
1-1.
And that's ball one.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. Doubled in his first AB. Now the 0-1. Out to short. Seager. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Rangers 4 and the Padres nothing. Back here at Petco Park. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Siegs to the plate now. Seager, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2012.
Well, these Rangers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Marcus Semien stepping in for the Rangers. Has grounded out a couple of times. Now Marcus, a career-high 45 homers in 2021 with the Blue Jays. He parlayed that into a 7-year free agent deal with the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
It's in and out of his glove. Still fires to first, and the throw is late. They couldn't overcome the misplay.
Now batting, right fielder.
Well, it looked like a pretty routine play. Just couldn't get it to stick in the glove as he gets tagged with the error. Should have been 2 outs in the inning, but now they have to work around it and get 2 more.
Man at first with 1 gone. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 6-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Pitcher tried to intimidate with that fastball up and in, but he was ready for it. Pulled the trigger, and man, explosive through the zone right there.
Base is empty, one away, and now the center fielder, Evan Carter. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is inside ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. And a good eye there.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was
the left
taking it,
fielder,
thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I
Langford.
just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Langford in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a
0-1.
called strike. Next pitch
Nope,
misses.
ball.
1-1. That's down and in.
2-1.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And makes the grab. And that is that. Texas plates 2 on the homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in for San Diego, Gavin Sheets.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. And they'll do it again. And the 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Fastball
1-2.
almost got him there. Ground ball right side. Throws to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, second baseman, Jose.
Next for the Padres, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 1. Ball
That's
1
a ball.
low.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Line drive, and that's a base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out.
The first baseman, number 9, Jake.
So digging in now for
Cronenworth.
San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Look out for the double play.
Just
No, that
missed.
missed. That's the ball. 1-0.
That one fouled off. Way out front for strike 2.
That
1
pitch
and 2 's the
started
count.
in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Iglesias stands at first with one out. Struck him out swinging. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy
The
to do
catcher,
against a
number
hitter like this,
17.
known for using the
Diaz.
entire field. Just couldn't sit
Diaz.
back long enough on that one.
Diaz
Ball.
stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
1-0.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carter drops into the glove, and that'll do it. Padres leave 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back here in San
Leading off
Diego,
for Texas,
top
the
6.
designated
And now the
hitter,
DH, Jonah Heim.
Time.
And a good
Yeehaw.
fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. A little
Strike
out
2.
front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
And that
One
is
ball, 2
downstairs. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And there's 1 away.
The first baseman, number 21, Jake Berger.
And here's the first baseman, Jake Berger.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Rangers up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th.
Come on, Padres, let's go.
And a breaking
1-1.
ball misses outside. And now the count 1 and 2 after the swing
1
and the
2
miss.
the count.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
And he chases that one. That K is his third of the game.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the
The
key
batter,
for
the catcher,
pitchers
Kyle
and what hitters don't want to see
Higashioka.
is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Higashioka
0-1.
at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Couple of hits in a row for
The
him
third
here.
baseman,
Just
number
kept it
8,
simple. Played
Josh
Pepper with the middle of the infield
Smith.
and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Josh Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. And foul ball.
One and two.
This one in the dirt. That one
2-2.
missed. Line drive, Adam in center field. So one hit is all they get. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Rangers 6 and the Padres nothing. Bottom of the 6th.
Leading
Now
off
it's the
for
right
the
fielder,
Padres,
Fernando
the right
Tatis
fielder,
Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Corbin back to work. Fernando
One
Tatis
ball, no
Jr.
strike.
signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000 and then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. That clips the inside corner for a strike. To the right side, Simeon whips it to first on the
He's
run,
out.
and they get the out.
Now
That's what a
batting,
good sinker's
center
designed to
fielder,
do. Get a guy to
Jackson.
roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground,
Merrill.
kill some worms while you're at it.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 2 in this one.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
First
That's the
offering, and
ball.
it just misses.
1-0.
He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2.
1-2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fair ball.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Man at first. Here's Manny Machado now.
That's
Just
the ball
missed.
low.
Right through there for a strike.
1-1. One ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go Five.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that one
2-2.
missing inside, a sharp slider.
Let's do it, Padres.
Tap back to the mound. Throws to first in time. Machado is out.
The designated hitter, number 4, Luis.
Now the
Arias.
DH for the Padres, Luis Arias.
Let's go, Padres.
In there at the knees, strike one. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Come on, Padres. You can do it, Friars.
To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for San Diego, still up against a 6-0 deficit.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Padres.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher
Number
on the mound,
27.
Nick Pivetta.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now it's
Leading off
Corey
for the
Seager.
Rangers, the
0 for 3
shortstop,
with 2
Corey
flyouts and a strikeout.
Seager.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The shortstop
ball.
takes the ball. So Sieg suffers the strikeout.
Now batting. The
Now it's the
second
second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Semien.
That's outside.
ball.
And that is ball one.
1-0.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Number 19, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Matsui, a left-hander, also throwing. Inside,
That's a ball.
just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one fouled off, 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about
Now
the
batting,
benefits,
right
the
fielder,
advantages of
Adolis
relievers who can come in and get
Garcia.
the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves, knowing that they can miss the bat. Tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Up next for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the 5th.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. And that is out of play. Two outs. And that's way high. And the count is 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. And the Rangers set down in order. They lead it, though, 6-0. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box
No, that's
food.
outside. Ball.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to our guy, Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres.
What do we got? The crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
It's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. One down, base is empty. And there's a foul ball.
One and two.
The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. And it's through for a hit.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jose.
Runner on at first with one
Iglesias.
gone. Stepping in for San Diego, Jose Iglesias. 1 for 2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Waste no time there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Patrick Corbin gives way, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Jack
Rangers.
Leiter comes on now.
Number
Compared to
35.
some days, this is a pretty low
Jack
leverage appearance for him, so
Leiter.
he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
2 on with 1 out. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
That one
That's the
missing
ball.
inside. Second and third, 1 away. In the air, left side, Langford nabs it. Runner tags for home. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Rangers,
And
the
now
center fielder,
Evan
number
Carter.
32, Evan Carter.
Pavetta, 32 years old, and he was born in Canada. And it's fouled away. Next offering is fouled back. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Up next for the Rangers.
Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
Langford.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Ball one there. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there. And it's gone. He sends one out the opposite way. It's 7-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And he can't come up with it.
The first baseman, number 21, Jake Berger.
So a man at first. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger. Just
No,
missed.
that's out.
Heim over at first with one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Just off the outside part of the plate. The Rangers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Inside corner for a strike. 0-2 now. And a curve misses outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 7-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the catcher comes up to hit, Elias Diaz. First pitch misses. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Kumar Rocker up and loosening in the pen. Armstrong also throwing. The 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
All right, Padres.
This to third. Smith handles, throws to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out
Now
in the
batting,
8th.
the right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
1-1.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Carter gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 3, Jackson.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Jackson Merrill. 1 for 3. That one inside. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Padres go down quietly. Not going their way. It's 7-0. All set to start the 9th in this one. Down the third baseman, Josh Smith. Pavetta back to work. Just
No, that
missed.
missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Right through there for a strike.
2-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2 balls,
I think
2
he was
strikes.
sitting off speed there.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. High fly ball out to center field. Merrill makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Corey
Seager stands in now. 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a pair of flyouts. Outside.
Ball outside.
Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. The next pitch
That's a ball.
misses, and it's 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Just
That missed.
missed.
That's a ball. 3-0.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Here's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. There's the strike. Seager at first, one gone. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground to third. Iglesias, that's one. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Nothing across here this half. Hard in the order. 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Rangers 7 and the Padres nothing.
Now pitching for
So the
Texas.
closer summoned from the bullpen,
Number
Luke
77.
Jackson.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And now it's Manny
Leading
Machado.
up for the Padres, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
And a big swing and a miss.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Next one in the dirt. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Carter makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And a foul ball. The Padres with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. And that skips in the dirt. That one to first. Berger steps on first for the out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
So they're down to their final out. Next for the Padres, Xander Bogaerts. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.